Hi there, my name's Greg Alba.
And my name's John.
John is here today. We're going to watch the trailer for a movie that John is very much excited for. It's called Don't Breathe. It's Fede
Alvarez.
Fede Alvarez, the guy who did the Evil Dead remake. I want to watch this. It stars that guy from Goosebumps.
Which one? Jack Black?
You know I don't mean Jack Black.
You know. Which one? The protagonist? The strapping young lad?
It's okay. Let me just play the trailer.
Your lips look sore. That's how you're making your cash out there?
What do you say you and I move away from Mom together? It's a promise.
You're leaving?
Yeah, as soon as I have the money.
When are you coming back?
Never.
Yo,
Damn.
I got our ticket out of here. Rumor
Fede.
is this guy is sitting on at least $300K. Boom!
That's our guy.
Wait, is he blind?
We messed up to rob a blind guy, isn't it?
Just because he's blind don't mean he's insane, bro.
True. Shit's about to go down.
Guys, money's probably in there.
Nice. What did you shoot that through?
Who's there?
Stay right there.
You it, he's fucking Daredevil.
How many of you are there?
Man, all right, just let me go, please. Okay, I swear to God.
Whoa!
We're trapped in here.
There has to be a way out of here.
Really? What was that?
I have no idea.
Now you're gonna see what I see.
Interesting.
Well done.
That looks crazy.
Well done. I was watching that because I was thinking, like, what if this guy's Daredevil? And I'm like, everyone's going to make that joke. And then he started kicking his ass, and I was like, oh shit. What a weird fucking idea.
Yeah,
So you can't breathe. You got to watch yourself around a blind guy who can possibly kick your ass.
Well, and it seems like he's systematically trapping them a little bit more with each passing
Yeah.
scene. I'm interested to see how they're going to pull it off. This is going to have some very tight, plotting, but if they could do it, man, that looks awesome. Plus, like, the whole, like, filming in the dark thing. I started to realize, like, they must have probably shot them in pitch blackness with cameras that could pick them up or something, with, like, infrared or something like that.
Yeah.
And that looks really cool. I'm always excited when a horror movie, kind of brings a new thing like that into the arena.
I mean, yeah, that's a terrifying idea in a lot of ways because, especially, for someone who is a big fan of the show Daredevil,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, blind people have some heightened senses from my understanding. Now, this guy's ain't exactly Matt Murdock, but, he has that physical, like, presence that, this blind guy works out, and he does martial arts and stuff. And what was that thing with that girl in the bottom who attacked?
I
Remember?
have no idea what that was supposed to be.
That was really strange. You really think they just can't outrun, like, just run away?
Well, I'm curious about that. I don't know.
I really wonder how it's going to play out. This has to be like one of those like really clever scripts, to really make it work.
Yeah, this is one of those things where I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I want to see how this could work because
And
it looks like it could.
Yeah, I know. In a lot of ways, it is like those. It's like a home invasion movie in a lot of ways. It's like Panic Room and with a mixture of Daredevil. I don't know. It sounds like he kind of wants people to go after him.
I don't know about that. And I kind of hope it's not that. I hope it's not like he goes outside to lure people in. Because they got I forget that actor's name, but they got Stephen Lang. Is that Stephen Lang?
Yeah.
They have Stephen Lang, who, like, you know, he looks like a guy who used to be in the military, who's just devoted his Spartan life to working out and going to the grocery store and, you know, vaguely contributing every day. He looks like the kind of guy who might have just kept up all these crazy skills despite having lost his sight. Again, it's like, it's a smart casting choice, so if the script is tight enough, that could really work. Because there's another movie out right now called Hush that deals with, I think it's a killer guy breaks into a deaf girl's house, and it's a little more horror movie, like he's got a mask and stuff like that, and it's a cat and mouse thing, whereas this looks like kind of a more weird, realistic spin on it or something. A little less horror movie and a little more like, ooh, they just fucked with the wrong guy and here's what happens.
I would have preferred, you know, a protagonist. Actually, you know what? No, they did it the right way. I mean, it would have been interesting to, like, see a setup of all three of them are, like, pretty much bad people. You know, like, 'cause so far it's only K-Fed who's, like, a bad guy. But the other two are, you know...
Well, it seems like K-Fed's bad. Jane Levy is, like, yeah, she's a bit rebellious, like, kind of bad, but not all bad. And then the guy from Goosebumps is, like, the guy from Goosebumps, like, 2 years from now.
This is a great choice for him to follow up Goosebumps with. You know, you do a horror comedy, and now you're doing, like, a horror film. Like, it's a great... it's a good transition. There's a rule of three for all them actors out there.
He did, like, a family one, and now he's doing, like, you know...
like a
horror
legit
fan
horror,
one,
yeah.
And, hey, I'm really excited to see Jane Levy back again. It took me a second to realize who that was. I was like, where do I know those teeth?
And the Evil Dead remake, you know, when you look back at Fede Alvarez's version of it, the violence might be overshadowing a lot of just the natural suspense.
Yeah.
And I feel like this one's not going to rely so heavily on violence, that it's going to actually be like, I'm excited to see him just explore more with, you know, suspenseful territory and creating tension and stuff.
Yeah, and I hope that that's what this is. Like, I hope this is kind of like when James Wan jumped from Saw to Insidious.
Yeah.
And I know there are a few films in between there. But that was when he came back and was like, hey, check it out. I'm not only going to make this, like, you know, a different kind, like a spooky ghost movie. There's not going to be blood. It's going to be PG-13. It's still going to be fucking terrifying. So I hope that that's what he can kind of do with this, you know?
Yeah.
To sort of prove, like, yeah, we did the pulpy, gory thing, and now we're going to do something that's just a nifty idea and a lot of tight suspense.
Well, guys, listen, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor. You see the subscribe button? Click it. It'll be worth your time. Maybe mine. John
Yeah?
has a play that's called Reasons to Jerry on here. You should check it out. And John is the social media manager over at bloomhouse.com. You should go check out their site, too. John's really on top of that.
Hey, you know.
He does his best.
I do my job.
He does what he has to.
Do I? Yeah.
Yeah, he goes above and beyond.
I try to.
Bloomhouse, if
I
you're
just feel like I
watching,
could do
promote him.
more,
Jason
but-
Bloom, if you're watching. We could be friends. Don't worry, John. I'm not going to make a sex joke towards Jason Bloom.
Oh, thank you for assuring me of that.